Hey everyone, I'm DC10 and this is a very quick showcase video of the Demogorgon mod by Kiseki. This is a really cool mod which adds a new biome, lots of new blocks including a new wood type, and of course a new mob which is the Demogorgon. So if at any point in this video you'd like to download this mod for yourself, then just navigate over to the versions tab on the download website and download your version of choice. So I'm recording this video in 1.19.2, but 1.18.2 is also available if you prefer. Also, if you end up enjoying this video, then please consider checking out my channel as I've got lots of videos just like this one there. Anyway, let's get started. So the first thing that this mod adds is a brand new wood type, which is the blighted wood type. So this of course comes with the blighted log, which has a really nice texture right here, and then it's also got its blighted wood variant, and Kiseki has mentioned that in the future there will also be a stripped variant of both of these. You've then also got the blighted planks, which can be used to substitute any plank in a crafting recipe just like you'd expect, and again has a really nice texture. This then comes with its slab and stair variant, and then you've also got the pressure plate, the fence gate, and then the trapdoor. So I think this trapdoor would work really well as sort of like a floor grate. That's how I could see it being used, sort of like a vent or something, especially if you put a campfire underneath it and let the smoke come through. I think that would make a really cool effect. And yeah, it's a very nice little design. And then you've also got the blighted door, which follows a similar design to the trapdoor, and finally the blighted button on the end there. And overall, I think this is a really good wood type. Now, moving on to the next blocks in this mod, you've got the blighted grass, and then, of course, the blighted dirt to go with it. Now, this grass does actually have a really cool top texture. It's a little bit like vines are growing all over it, like you'd expect to see in the Upside Down or something similar. And the only way you can get your hands on this is by finding one of these, a blighted biome. So this biome mainly consists of this blighted grass, like I just mentioned, and then it's got these big blighted logs, which are, I assume, like burnt trees or something. That's the vibe that it gives me. Then you've also got these gravel patches dotted around, and then the grass in this biome turns to this gross sort of grey black kind of colour, and so does water, which you can see right here. But the reason I've been staying out of this biome for now is because, as you might have just noticed, as soon as you cross the border to this biome, you get a permanent darkness effect, and it makes exploring this biome a real challenge because you can barely see what's in front of you. And this biome also contains a real threat, and that is one of these, a Demogorgon shack. And as the name suggests, inside this structure you can find one of these, a Demogorgon spawner, and that will of course spawn Demogorgons, which we just heard one right there. And yeah, we'll take a proper look at these in just a second, but that makes this structure absolutely terrifying. It comes with obviously all of the new wood types, then some moss and some dead plants, a singular soul lantern for a little bit of ambient light, and then a couple of chests. So you've got one right here with some pretty decent loot, and then if you break this block, you've got another one back there with again a very similar loot palette, and I believe these change with each structure you go to. But yeah, this is the main thing to look out for, a Demogorgon spawner, and as you can see, it's just spawned one right here. So I guess that's what we'll take a look at next, the Demogorgon. So we'll come back over here to the plains biome so that we can have a look at this mob in full daylight, because it is absolutely terrifying. So thanks to the addition of the Gecko Lib mod, which is required to run this mod, you can see we've got some super cool little animations, such as the head twitching, the little twitching of these, I'm not really sure what to call them, the mouth sections here, and yeah, it's got some really cool sound effects as well. But of course, the thing you've probably all been waiting for is to see what happens if I head on into survival mode. And as you can see, it will open its mouth and attack you. And if I give myself full health, you can see that this actually does a lot of damage. So this does 3 hearts. Obviously, I've healed a bit because of my saturation. And as you might have been able to see there, although it's a little bit frantic, it also lifts its arm up to attack you as well. Yeah, it's pretty lethal. However, there is actually a way to combat it. So this one has a lot of health, so it's probably not the best idea to just go in and attack it normally. However, if you grab yourself a flint and steel or something like a lava bucket, you can damage it that way, because just like in the show Stranger Things, fire does a lot more damage to these guys. So as you can see, if I try and light this guy on fire, although I'm not doing a very good job at the moment, as you can see, he will make an awful screeching sound and then actually run away from you all the while he's on fire, which is really interesting. And then once he's no longer on fire, he'll carry on running towards you. But all you have to do is this just a couple of times, and you'll find he takes a lot of damage and will eventually die. And upon death, you get this horrendous dying sound. Yeah, a little bit like that, and it's got that disgusting sort of gooey squelchy sound at the end. But that is pretty much all the Demogorgon has to offer. And with that, that's my very quick little showcase video of this mod complete. If you'd like to download this mod for yourself, like I said, make sure you head on over to the versions page, select your version, and simply download it, along with the accompanying Forge version and the GeckoLib version. And this mod also has a lot to come in the future, so Kiseki has mentioned a lot of exciting new features that are going to be coming in future updates, so make sure to look out for them too. And also, if you did enjoy this video, then please consider checking out my YouTube channel and subscribing, as I do lots of content like this, and I actually have a review of one of Kiseki's other mods, which is the Guns and Gear mod, and I'd highly recommend checking that one out too. Anyway, with that, I will see you in the next video.